afternoon, everyone. I'm Patri Wangwan. I'm nursing instructor in Sri Mahasarakham Nursing College. And today I would like to talk about the loneliness of older people in Thailand in residential homes. I have two questions for us. Do you ever get lonely, and when are you lonely?
Me.
Yes.
When I feel lonely when the weather like a very blue, and I miss my parents. Yeah.
Yes. And you?
Yes.
When are you lonely?
Maybe in the
alone.
evening.
Evening.
Yes.
Alone. And you?
Every day.
Every day.
Sometimes.
Yeah. And you stay
When
here?
I miss my home.
Oh.
You are home really.
Oh, miss someone.
That's right. Everyone can have for lonely. I want to present. I have two presentations. This overview with three subjects. This one, introduction of elderly in Thailand, and then the two, loneliness problem affect to elderly in the residential home, and how to reduce lonely for elderly. In the number of elderly living alone and being institutional life are rising, the subject want to explore prevalence of loneliness in a sample of institutional life elderly in the residential home and to the prevention. The graph provide information provide increasingly for the elderly in Thailand since 1960 to 2020. This one, do you have one? No? You born?
No.
No. And this one, yes. And nearly in Thailand, to 2020 is this more for elderly, and now Thailand into elderly society. The risk factor relate to personal circumstance for such as people who are withdraw or have no children in the family. Number two, life event having to move into residential care and poor physical and mental health. That's the key factor. Loneliness is a problem normally found group of older adults over 65 years of age, which is about 12 to 40%. And between 6 and 13 of elderly say they feel always are very lonely. Loneliness is the main cause for older people physically, mentally, and socially. This one effects of the loneliness. Yeah. That is to physically, powerlessness, hopeless, anorexia, and not take care of themselves. And secondly, mental disorder, the feeling of powerlessness, useless, hopeless, depressed, and waiting to die. And finally, is social isolation is a big problem in other people in Thailand. The loneliness and nursing home. 4 years positive study, higher levels of loneliness were found increasingly of nursing home admission. In the residential home in Thailand, you have poor not able live with their family as a conflict in the family. And secondly, neglect people are the majority. And the last, living in the residential home is a major change for the elderly. The graph provides information about positive longitudinal study. This one is a green graph, show lonely, and this one not lonely. This problem in the loneliness is so high for decline in ADL and upper extremity task, decline in mobility, dispute with stairs, and death. The type of intervention for prevent this one group service. They center social events or in the nursing home, and then one-to-one in the same bowl, befriending, mentoring, and the last community engagement for time banks or shore. Shore is a, do you know?
No.
In the church, in the church, and everyone can song. For example, activity. Linear and linear state that the loneliness reduce activity. According to Maxiland activity is standard how other people they live happily dependent on how they maintain their social activity and using effect method of reduce for loneliness. For example, this group activity. This one picture has for dancing. It's dancing or planting trees or pet therapy and art and music. That you can. The activity reduce to relax, reduce loneliness, and create a relationship or a network among other people. I have to for news technology. Oh, sorry. According to Chai, the studies estimate for internet video communication focus on of video conference have used for Skype and MSN. After program can decreasing its loneliness. And this one for technology. The loneliness is using animal assisted therapy. Have 3 groups. This one for control groups. This one living a dog, and this one group robot dog. After a research, not significant difference. You can use dogs and robot dogs. Yeah. In the conclusion, although everyone can feel lonely at any time, but you can have physical health consequence. Poor physical health and can also be predictor in the lonely. In the residential home have many problems because it's the main point for changing life for the elderly. In the preventing loneliness in other people is important. The best way to solve or for elderly in residential home is activities. This is my presentation. Thank you for attention.
Okay, I have some question for ask you, but first of all, I would like to say thank you for a wonderful presentation and colorful PowerPoint presentation too. I just curious to know one thing about the residential home.
Yes.
Yes. Could you tell me more about the benefits of residential home?
Benefits.
Yes. Because this is your topic is about the loneliness of elderly Thailand in residential home. In my perspective or my opinion, I just mentioned on the family home more than residential home. So that I think in your opinion or in about your review literature, maybe you found that many more the benefits. Can you tell me more about the benefits of this? ประโยชน์ของหมู่บ้านสงเคราะห์หรือสถานสงเคราะห์อยากรู้
That's a good question because I was just thinking when you said that too.
In Thailand have difficult in this here because in Thailand can use for families, big family,
Yes.
a father, mother, grandfather, grandmother, or everyone. In Thailand, the problem for conflict in the family and homeless, the people homelessness, or
This
are poor. These are poor,
Yeah.
no money. Yes, this for that you can neglect that you can live in the residential home. This is a big problem in Thailand because now in Thailand it's social have this more for elderly.
Yes, I quite agree with you. It maybe it look like a maybe similar your idea or you found that
Yeah.
before about the benefit of residential home.
Yeah.
That is support the some of elderly who lack of opportunity to take care by his family or something like that. Maybe someone is like a necklace, yes, homelessness, something. This is a
Or can stay with
just support or
family.
someone. But the majority of elderly in Thai usually stay at home and family. And I just I ever
Yes,
heard.
and in my opinion, I have been to the residential home
Yes.
in Pattaya.
Uh-huh.
I think some elderly people want to have a social, so that they choose to stay at the residential home.
Yes.
Yes, they don't want to live with their family because some child, yes, cannot take care of them
Yes.
as well.
Yes.
Yes, so that they choose by themselves.
Yes.
The number one of elderly in move to the residential home is for conflict in the family.
In your background, when you study master degree, what topic you do? Loneliness,
It's
right?
my topic is loneliness in the older people in the residential home with group activity for Ankalung activities.
Oh, yeah.
Ankalung is instrumental for music in Thailand. That's musical in Thailand.
My question, I want to know, in your review literature or your background, residential home, in my opinion, have two. There are two kind. The first one is private residential home, and the second one are from government. How different the rate of loneliness in private residential home and government residential home?
The rate for
The rate
Loneliness of
lonely.
this,
Or the
this
same.
study and suggest for government.
The government.
Not private.
Oh yeah, good.
For government in Thailand for Northeast Thailand.
Especially, yeah.
Yes.
จ้ะ
Yes. Okay.
ถามเยอะ
น่าสนใจ
Share. Not ask.
Nowadays, many people tend to live alone. I mean, they remain single status.
Yes.
Such as
In the future, I think the trend of loneliness may be increased.
Yes.
My question, as a researcher, what is the best way to prevent this problem? Best way.
You go ask wedding.
Get
This one you
married.
have control your activities for the social. Maintain for the social. Because that you just alone as isolation, you coming to loneliness. The first loneliness, next step, depression, and next step, suicidal on date.
I will keep
The
that
first one
myself.
for
Yeah, you have myself.
No, but now I agree with Ek because Thailand is single,
single.
Many
not
people
married. Many people
remain single
just
status.
just for nurse
In
No,
New
especially
Zealand.
especially in Thailand.
because no time.
You're too busy. You
I lack
Wow.
of
No
time because
time.
I have
But just one reason about no time, but just one many reason about it. I happy to be myself. I can take care myself. This is a one reason for everyone to single in the nurse. Yes, not have. Don't lie to the burden for someone.
On the other hand,
Yeah.
someone I want to be. Not,
Okay.
oh no.
But there is no.
Oh my god.
interesting topic
Yes.
I will prepare
Myself.
and practice myself. Try to practice myself.
Yes.
don't
have a shy to take care of
Yeah, that's what I was going to say, Gio. Exactly, because as you get older, even if you have a partner, sooner or later one of the pair will die, and the other one who is left might have to live 10, 20, 30 years alone. So you might start with a partner. But I think the big difference is if you have children, and you don't want to be a burden to your children, but they can be helpful, and they can still come to see you. Grandchildren would still make you have some connection with society. So probably developing hobbies when you are at a young age is quite important, as you suggest, and also friendships. Because when you think about older people, even if they live in their home or in a part of the home, in New Zealand we have this idea of the granny flat. Have you heard of that?
Yeah.
It's a little flat. And actually my mother lives in a granny flat. Like my brother's house is here, his family, and then she lives in a little house at the back. And she's quite private, has her own rooms and kitchen, bathroom, everything. But there is some contact with the family. And she's fine, but living alone, even there, with no worries about food or money or security, she's not neglected, but she can still be alone. Yeah. So loneliness doesn't always depend on money or housing, or it's other factors that make you lonely. And the first question, when do you feel lonely? Of course you are all lonely in a different way now because you're living overseas. So your answers today will be different from your usual answers when you're in Thailand.
Sandra, I agree with you for you talk about the a lot of research is the number one for lonely because partner to die is number one. But
loss and grief.
you don't lost partner that you can that you can coming to the
Yes. So if you don't have a partner,
yeah.
then you are already familiar with being alone.
Yeah.
Being alone doesn't mean being lonely.
Being lonely.
Yeah. Interesting because this affects us all, and through parents and then through ourselves. In Thailand, do you have occupational therapists?
Yes.
Yes. Because these people, I think, are very important in nursing homes or rest homes and hospitals here. And they do a great job. And sometimes they have people called like social conveners. And that person's job is to get the choir to come and sing and organise a bus tour to the beach or outing to the movies, just to make sure something is happening all the time.
In Thailand, long-term care system nowadays is very growing fast because we have a number of elderly in Thailand. That rate is very growing.
Yes. And it's like the majority of duty for the primary health care. Yes. Yes, that is the stepping from the multidisciplinary That means involve the doctor, pharmacy, the therapists, and the nurse, and the personnel in the health, and involve the health volunteer.
Right.
Yes, this is mixed together. Yes, based on case management. He's so like me. Yes.